Well, autumn is finally here. There's no doubt about that anymore. It was chilly last night, not freezing, but chilly. And everything this morning is covered in dew and kind of weak autumn sunlight. It's lovely out here. However, the midges are out. So anyone who spent any time in Scotland during any of the months between April and probably October will know that these critters are really irritating. But yeah, so the garden is starting to look like it's getting ready for fall. We still do have some flowers dotted about. And the grass is tidy. My 2 new apple trees up there seem to be doing quite well. But yeah, overall, a beautiful autumn morning. So I've come up here on the old mill to describe some of the things that we're going to be doing this week. So it's going to be quite a busy one. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 days of decent weather to come, so dry. It will be, I think it's getting up to 20 degrees one of the days this week. So that's positively roasting, and it's probably better than most of the summer. So yeah, so this raised bed garden here needs to be cleaned out. I'm going to let the chickens in when I've taken what I want. There are still some Brussels sprouts in this container and at the back of this one. So I'll make sure that the nets on them are good, because I'm trying to keep them for Christmas dinner. So I don't want the chickens in there, but everything else I think they can pretty much pick through. There are still some new potatoes as well, which I need to get out. I don't want them mucking about them. So that's fine. And then the row garden, the experimental, will it grow after having chickens in there for 2.5 years? Wild, completely nuts row garden. Some produce did come out of it. We'll go through that when I get to clearing out. And again, the chickens can go through there, re-fertilise. But yeah, I was really pleased with the success of that garden this year. We can talk about what I got out of it, like I say. So that's happening. And then 2 not so exciting things, but necessary things, are that we're having some tree work done this week, hopefully. So we have, unfortunately, that elm tree back there has died, and we suspect that that is probably Dutch elm disease. But anyway, the guys from the tree company came and they said it's definitely dead and dying. It lost all its leaves in probably the last week of July, so we knew there was something wrong with it anyway. It's quite precarious where it is, and it has 3 separate kind of trunks coming up, so the tree needs to go, because the weather that we get here, it could easily fall. So that unfortunately is going to be going this week. And unfortunately, this rather splendid, magnificent mountain ash, the rowan berries on it have been intense this year. We did try to make rowan jelly, but it wasn't, well, it was terrible. It was very, very bitter. We canned it up and then deposited it all, because it was horrible, very, very bitter. So I don't know if we did the recipe wrong or what the problem was, but it was not nice. So, but unfortunately this tree is completely rotten, and it is precariously close to the large window at the back of our house. Yeah, the weather that we get coming in from the loch direction, it's not safe there. So unfortunately, again, the tree guys will come and they will have to take that tree down. They explained that it has basically between the, where you can see the two main stems breaking off, between there is rotted basically, but the roots come underneath the mill here, so it's quite precarious. So again, unfortunately, so we'll be planting more trees to compensate for these old things. Such a shame. That elm down there was really quite, it was a bit of a landmark in the garden. I loved it when we moved in here. It kind of, the canopy of it hid a multitude of amazingness underneath it. There was rocks and it was beautiful, but unfortunately it's no longer safe, and we'll have to go. So this week, 2 trees going, lots of garden cleared out, lots to do, lots of tidy up, ready for autumn. We're going to do some wood chipping, hopefully. So yeah, all that around a full-time job. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll document the progress as we go.
What I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Well, it's the next day. I've been busy strimming, and we're strimming the old mill so that this tree can be handled on Friday. It's absolutely glorious today. It's been about 19 degrees, which is pretty roasting for here. But yeah, just been handling some of this grass and just trying to get the place tidied up. So yeah, that's it.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fun.
Well, it's been a couple of days. I'm sorry I went a bit quiet. I've had a lot personally going on, so it's been hard to find time to finish off this video. So I wanted just to say tree day came and went very successfully. Amazing guys from the tree company, IV Tree Services in Inverness. They're really great. They really know their stuff and they were really respectful and lovely. So that was great. Got them, they came, did the trees very efficiently and went. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what the trees, the X trees now look like and what the plans are for the garden now. So this is the site of the old elm tree. We believe that it had Dutch elm disease, unfortunately. It's made quite a difference to the garden now. It's really opened up that canopy as well. So in some ways that's it's actually going to be beneficial to this part of the garden, I think. That's the pile of chips that we got from it. So it's going to make really great mulch. We're going to use as much of it as we can. So that's that one. Garden looks an absolute fright now, as you might expect, being that we're coming into autumn. And here is the wood that we have so far blocked and stacked. That over there that's from the elm. And this actually is from the mountain ash, the rowan tree, which I'll take you up and have a look at now. I think we can all see it already. There she is. You can see here how rotten the tree was. Down inside there. And we've decided to keep a feature stump because it is such a landmark. But here you can see what's happened to this tree. So it's really changed the outlook in the garden. Such a difference it's made not being here. So you can see what a beast this tree was. However, yes, the wood, there's the pile of wood. We've been blocking it already or chopping it for seasoning already. So that was that pile just now. And the rest of the garden, I'll show you what we've been doing. So my amazing sister has been up and she's cleared out nearly the whole raised bed garden here. And we've laid all the chips from the mountain ash down in the walkways. Hello girls. So yeah, that's looking a lot better. Still some straggling items in here. Still got some Brussels sprouts. All the strawberry beds need to be cleaned out. What's those? I've got some flowering hollyhocks at the back there. I don't know why they're flowering just now. Still got a pile of rubbish down here, and that's the sweet peas that we've pulled out. But overall, you can just about make out the stump from the old elm. But what a difference it's made to the canopy here. So yeah, the row garden is no longer in service. So I have a bunch of chickens in there just now going through. That's our new chickens. So they are basically, they're still quarantined from the main flock. That's Martha. She's one of our existing chickens. Yeah, so they're all in there just now and they're going through that like a dose of salts. So that's good for them and it's good for me as well. So I think that's about it. The update. Sorry it's a wee bit late. We'll be back again, no doubt, with more updates. So I hope it's not as cold where you are in the world. It's pretty cold here. Got down to about 3.5 degrees last night, so fairly cold. There's a definite nip in the air. You can see that winter is coming. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and see you again on the next one.